Hi folks, hope you're doing good today. We're back to the old intro because I've already run out of clips to keep showing on the show. So if you make music or you're in a band, send me 4 seconds of music so I can add it to the start. I want to get a bunch of bands so I can just rotate around them all. I've only got a few at the moment. Anyway, we had a very, very heavy day on the channel yesterday, I think you'll agree. And today, it's going to be a bit more chilled than yesterday, but we've still got some good bands. Instead of super heavy metal, this is going to be some punk. We got 3 punk bands of various different types of punk. As you know, punk can be tons of different stuff, so just saying punk doesn't really mean too much nowadays. But we got some classic punk, and we got some newer stuff as well, and some topical stuff to do with COVID. So it's all in here today. We're going to start off with a band called Prior Convictions. This is a live performance. Now, this is a full live show that they sent me. And as I've said before, what I'm going to do on that is skip forward a bit, not do the first song of the night, because get you a bit relaxed and all those kind of things. So this is a bit further into the gig, about 20 minutes. And I think this is one of their newest singles, according to what he said on stage. Although this video is a bit old now, so it's probably one of their older singles. But, we'll see what they're like after they've warmed up a bit on stage. So we'll get them on the screen. Let's see what they're like.
This is our newest single, coming out in November. It's called Gravedigger and the Meteorite.
I can tell he's got a Canadian accent, so I'm guessing these guys are from Ontario. They all look the part on stage. Some nice instruments as well. And they look like they're slightly older and can afford those nice instruments. Yeah. I say this is a bit more classic, punky. Got that angst. Nice. Oh, I'll get joined in on that one. Can't beat a bit of Owen. Yeah. Good lead vocalist. He's got a good sound to him. He's got a kind of it's hard to describe it. That punk kind of, shouty, kind of back of the throat stuff. They're having a good time on stage. That's why I wanted to skip a bit further on so we can see them once they've loosened up, shook off the nerves, and everyone has them. Yeah. Nice sound on the drums as well. It's not the best recording, but from what we can hear, the drums sound nice. He's got nice washy cymbals, and as you know, I love washy cymbals. Although that's not as typical in punk rock. Especially early punk bands with generally dirt poor as well. They just played on whatever they had, or whatever they bought from the pawn shop that was cheapest that they could buy it. And they usually broke it that night on stage as well, so they got through all the gear. And the cymbals are generally cracked and smashed and all sorts. So if you want to be authentic old school punk, these guys have spent way too much money on their gear. But it sounds good. I'm just having a laugh. Good energy to this music. That's why I like this music. This isn't my main music that I listen to, but I'm always appreciative when I hear a track or two of this kind of music. I like the singing, the type of stuff. I just like punk vibe in general. It's got a good vibe in my opinion. So yeah, just whenever you hear this stuff, it sounds good. That's all you can say. It's just good. Now, I will say, not that it matters, but these guys aren't the freshest band on the block. This is old music now. This, in the 70s, you know, this came out. Look at the pedal board this guy's got, I've just noticed. So yeah, these guys, I'm going to stop that there. These guys have spent some money. I'm looking at some money in those instruments there. And if you look at his pedal board, I'll see if I can just skip back a little bit. No. He had a massive pedal board anyway. So yeah, as I was saying, you know, old school 70s British punk bands were dirt poor, couldn't afford even, you know, all the instruments on stage cost less than that guy's Les Paul. A lot less probably. And as I say, they smashed them up on the regular. So they were always having to buy new ones. And when you do that, you don't buy a brand new Les Paul every time, you know, you buy the cheapest, crappiest instrument with a bent neck from the local pawn shop, and then you just whack it into the ground at the end of your gig. And that's kind of the vibe. So I don't expect, we'll not skip to the end of the vid, but I'm going to be pretty sure that these guys don't smash all their instruments up on the stage after the end of the gig. I'm just going to, you know, I'll go with that one, that they don't do that. Not that it matters. I was just saying that, you know, just going on about old school punk in that way. But this band was nice. They got the sound that you want to hear, regardless of how much they spent on their instruments. Good band. Love the kind of vocal. That always gets me. So if I hear that, yeah, I'm on board. Good band. Good live performance as well. Obviously, you know what they're doing. Now, this next band that we've got up is called Hot Chicken. And their track is called UTL. This is an official music vid, so it should be pretty good. Now, let's hear what they got.
I guess you're gonna miss the panty raid.
Panty raid? You're talking about girls, right? Girls?
Yeah.
And you're talking about raiding their dressers for their underpants, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
These guys are having a laugh. Just grab a quick glass of water. Here we go. Raw. Wow, they've got the trombone in there as well. Nice. Yeah. Again, good punky vocal. Fits this kind of music, although it looks like the main guy's waiting to have a go. But I like this guy's voice as well. Okay. I'm not going to get my tits out on here. That will probably get me struck off YouTube. So, I guess this is because it's an official music vid. It isn't actually the live recording from this session. Although it sounds like it because it's very raw, it's very live sounding. Suits this music though, you know. This is raw. You know, like I was talking about in the last video, guys who kind of just get on their instruments and whip it out. And this is what it sounds like, raw, it's pretty stripped back. It just sounds good because of all of that. They're having a right laugh in this basement or wherever they are. They got the energy, they got the attitude. That's what you want to see. They've all got their tits out. Good, shouty, angsty vocals. Without that, you're not really too funky. Good drumming in this band. This guy's going for it way more than the last guy. The last guy was, you know, nice and chilled, tinging about. This guy's giving it everything. got some guttural sounds in them as well. So I see there's like more of an experimental edge to this band than say the last band. The last band, very classic, you know, older guys if you like, doing the classic punk. These guys, they've took that, they've got drunk and high by the looks of things, and they've made it their own thing, and that's cool. Just shows you, you know, that's why punk, as I say, is such a varied genre. Because you take the core of it, you take what's punk, the shouty vocals, the rawness, the riffage, the energy, the angst. You know, that's what makes punk. And then the music you make with that can be whatever. As long as it's got those elements to it, you got a dope punk band. So yeah, I like that. That was pretty nice. Kind of broke off there at the end. Went a bit more experimental, went a bit, you know, unexpected. That's my kind of jam. Good stuff. Now we're going to move on to the last band for today. We've had this band on the channel once before, but this is a new track out, and they're very supportive of the channel as well. So, you know, we like to help out as many people as we can, but also help out our friends as well. So this is Social Strife. The track is COVID-19, which is very apt, obviously. This is all about COVID-19. So it's a brand new song that they've obviously just thought up now to do with all what's going on. So let's hear about this. Just make sure I've got the volume up. Sorry about that.
Relax, fuckers. That's just pot smoker's cough. It's not turn your neighbor time in yet.
Straight out the gate. Oh. Obviously, this is classic punk, but it sounds right. And he's ripped off, what's his name as well? Bob Dylan. Might be getting a cease and desist order in the post after this one. Just having a joke. Now we've spoke about this band before. They got good guitar tones. Got a different guitar tone on this one. It's obviously tuned it to be a bit more punky for this one than the track that we watched before, which is, I remember, was a bit more rocky but a bit more spacey as well with the guitar tones, atmospheric. But yeah, these guys have got a good sound. We've talked about that already. The vocalist has got a good tone. He's raspy in his throat, which is what you want for this music and their other stuff, which is, as I say, a bit more, I think I described it as rock punk in the video. So yeah, they got it figured out, and obviously if they can whip a track like this together, you know, while they're stuck indoors and all of that stuff, so they know what they're doing. Now I will say, I'm not quite sure, I think these guys are Canadian, pretty much everyone's Canadian, but I'm pretty sure it's breaking the rules to that and make a music video while there's a lockdown. At least it is here where I am. They wouldn't be too happy about that. I'm not sure you could flag that as an essential practice, you know. They got away with it by the looks of things. I like the singer's image as well. He's got a good image, his glasses suiting, his hat and all that. And you can see I'm into my camo as well, so yeah, I wouldn't mind that jacket. Done a nice job on the drums in this mix. You can really hear all the tings of the cymbals. I'm pretty sure they're real drums, but if they're MIDI drums, they sound very, very nice. pretty sure this guy flipped us the bird on the last video as well. I think that's his thing. So yeah, I have one of those as well back. There you go. That was a cool track. I'm going to say, and I hope they, I think they'll agree with me on this one, that the original still holds the, the real title on this one. They didn't outdo the original on this track. Not that anyone really could. You'd have to go back in a time machine to actually do that, I think, because you had to be there and you had to feel it and all of that at the time. But yeah, they did a nice version of this for the times, for all the COVID and all everything going on. I must admit, it would be nice if it started to chill down a bit now, don't you think? I'm a bit of a shut-in anyway, and I stay in the house anyway, but even I'm getting, to where it'd be nice to just go out and do some things like that. So yeah, let's hopefully things get back to normal sooner rather than later. Anyway, 3 good bands, 3 punk bands, as I said at the start. I haven't let you down in that way, I don't feel. All different, like I said at the start as well, and all decent, so can't go wrong. Another good day on the channel as far as I'm concerned. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I certainly have. I think tomorrow is going to be a bit heavier than this, but we'll see. We've got some rock bands as well coming along later in the week. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed that. See you, bye.